Hey YouTube, everybody out there in YouTube land and everywhere else. It's pretty breezy today. Hope my umbrella doesn't go wonky. But high 85, it's about 84 right now. I'm so tired of this junk, man. I'm tired of the heat. I want fall. I love fall. I'm not a big, real cold guy. I don't like the cold too much. But hell, I could, put my winter pants on, layer up. I'm fine. Get a fire going. Have my pipe, but can't take the layers off. And for me, it's pretty nasty, and I just feel like blah trying to have a pipe or a cigar in the heat. Okay, enough complaining. That being said, you clicked on the video. You guys want to know about the first mate Hugo. So this shout out goes to Tunnell, because he had on my last video had made a comment about wanting to know a little more background on the first mate Hugo here. Well, as you can see, Captain's got getting into fall growth. So Hugo, he said I want to follow you, Captain, and so he got himself got the dirty stash there going, looking like Magnum PI. You gotta put your shades on, brother. Look like one of them '70s cops. Smoking Amphora's English blend, and of course it's really wet, and I never let anything dry out, so it's pretty goopy wet for an English blend. But whatever, I still like the flavor and the taste. I'm gonna definitely have that on my rotation. But getting back to the first mate. All right, the idea behind Hugo. Hugo is his name. It was a 1970s, I don't know, 75 to 79, I forget. Uh, Children's toy for boys who I guess were lonely. I don't know. That was the gimmick. You buy this puppet, and you dress them all up like this. He came with wigs, glasses, beards, chins to make him look into like a witch, freaking fangs, make him into a vampire, like all kinds of gimmicks and stuff. Like to get Hugo with all the pieces and everything, you're gonna pay a good price. Now, for me, when I was looking to get him to add to my channel and do part of my stick here, me being Captain Bailey, the captain needs a first mate. So um, I think I started off a bidding war with him on eBay at the time, and I wound up winning. But I think I wound up paying like $80 or $85 for him, and I came with the original box, him and his original sailor shirt. That's it. Now I've seen other ones on there with all the pieces and everything. They were going for up to like $500-600 bidding war. That was the bids. I mean, you can probably look it up now and see what he's worth now with all the tchotchkes and everything. But I'm happy with the first mate the way he is. It started off with me first seeing a Hugo when I was a child. There was a vaudevillian type comedy live show called the Uncle Floyd Show, and I've said this on my channel before and also on Facebook posts, because when I do my brew videos, people always ask me what's with the creepy doll. He's scaring the crap out of me. What's with the doll? Okay. Anyway, so I always find myself, half the time I don't even respond to it anymore anyway. It's just whatever. So, but Tunnell asks, so for those new subs, which I haven't had any new subs anyway, so for those of you who want to revisit the story, I used to watch the Uncle Floyd Show, and like I said, he would come out and he did his own puppets. He had a puppet called Oogie, which I named one of my dogs after. I mean, that's how much I love this show and how much it had an influence on my life. I was a PBS kid here in South Jersey. I watched Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, right on down the line, whatever was on PBS and local access TV, growing up in the 80s. And then like in the afternoons it'd be A-Team, Incredible Hulk, Little House on the Prairie, and then it'd be Uncle Floyd show and Dark Shadows, and Doctor Who. So that's everything that was on local access TV. That's what I was watching till the cable came out. But Uncle Floyd, he was going strong right up until like the mid '90s. Then he started doing this walk around Nutley, New Jersey, and Patterson up there where he lives, and doing like a live broadcast where he'd walk around just interviewing local uh, establishments and people in the street. But his main show was like he would play the piano, and Hugo, like one of the guys, would like mess around with Uncle Floyd. They pull his chair while he's trying to play. He almost fall out of his seat and shit. It was just live. Like they messed with him all the time and stuff. And like they do skits and acts, and like they start breaking up and laughing as they're telling the joke. And it was just a fun show. Um, like you might be able to find some stuff on YouTube. It's pretty much old syndicated TV, so unless someone pirates it and puts it up, but then you might get sued. So like I have some old episodes, but I'm not going to upload anything because Uncle Floyd is on Facebook. He has a radio show up in North Jersey, and he does also, I think somebody with his site, if you pay money, they re-air some of the old episodes, but you have to buy tickets and you try and make some money off it, still. But yeah, Hugo, they were also, like Hugo, they would dress him up in a suit and bow tie, just like Uncle Floyd. He always wore these, plaid jackets with a bow tie and a little derby hat, and play the piano. And like I said, they would have Hugo dancing and swinging his arms, right off camera. And I'd be like, oh, that's creepy doll. And then years later, like I always wanted one, obviously, but that was from the '70s, and I was, by the time I was watching Uncle Floyd and understanding what was going on, I was probably about, 7 or 8. So, I was like 87, 80, around 87, 88, 1988. So, there ain't none of these around, and there was no eBay back then. So you had to, whatever's local in New York, and I saw him at the Cranberry Fest, and I never pressed my mom to get him, and never seen one again. And I picked him up for my YouTube channel and Captain Bailey's Adventures to use him here, as part of my stick. And but the Uncle Floyd show was great. It was, like I said, it was so funny, and like all the different live jokes and stuff. I mean, and he's pretty famous. His name is Floyd Vivino, I think that's how you say it, Italian guy. Look him up on IMDb. I mean, he's been in movies. Uh, I think he was in Good Morning Vietnam. He's been in a lot of movies. Playing the piano, and things in the films and stuff like that. Worked with a lot of celebrities. And on the show, in the early days of the Uncle Floyd show itself, he would have, all the big acts, that are big acts now. Like, I don't know if Bon Jovi was there. Maybe Springsteen. I'm not sure, but he had the Ramones were, part of his show at one point. Iggy Pop, I think. But yeah. But this guy's pretty famous, and like I said, so that's where Hugo comes from, guys. If wondering, the background on him, besides his sailing days, on a coffee boat. That's how he lost his legs. He swam in to save a shipment of coffee beans that fell overboard. Then sure enough, shark bit his legs off from there down. He swam up before he bled out. Got the coffee back on board. The captain of that vessel saved him, tourniqueted up his legs, and now he's employed by Captain Bailey here. So I hope that answers your questions. Was why do I have the creepy doll? And it's supposed to be a creepy doll because it's Hugo. I mean, the name Hugo is synonymous with the creepy bald dudes from all the Hollywood monster films, working with the Mad Doctor and things like that. So I mean, that's what it is. I don't know how many of these really sold or anything like that, but I mean, if you were a kid and you really wanted this, you must have really been alone. Because I mean, even me growing up, the only reason why I would want it or wanted it because I was influenced by the Uncle Floyd show. That's it. And I think I wanted to be Barnabas Collins one time for Halloween too as well. Well, I'm just going to get back to reading my book with the first mate here. Um, Hope that answered your questions. I had to take off work today. I don't want to get into that, but I was getting ready for a campfire Saturday night, and I wound up stepping on a nail off of one of the pieces of pallet wood I was cutting up. Went through my flip flop and into my foot, and let me tell you, man, blood all over. It was bad. So, but I'm on antibiotics. Took off one day of work. Well, I had happened Saturday night, so I'm trying to give myself at least one extra day before I have to go bust my ass at work. It is what it is. I'm able to put some pressure on it. I'd say most of the time I'm just walking on my heel. So and my job's pretty labor intensive. So it is what it is. So till we do it again, my friends, remember, let's set sail.